of a local American hero. Colonel Mark Smith impacted thousands, not only as a Marine, but as an Indiana State Trooper as well. He lost his battle with lung cancer just last week, but his legacy lives on through his family. News 8's Randall Newsom talked to his daughters and has a look at his legacy through their eyes.
Colonel Mark Smith never backed down from a fight.
I kill friggin' terrorists. That ain't hard. It's what I was born to do.
A man who literally gave his life to service. Over 30 years in the Marine Corps, he became known for pouring out his heart to the families of fallen Marines with his weekly emails during the war in Iraq. Later in his career, he even served as an Indiana State Trooper. But 7 years ago, he got into the biggest fight of his life, a battle against lung cancer.
The chances are everything will work out. But if they don't, that's what I worry about others.
His daughters Nicole and Brittany were his biggest reasons to live. They fought with him.
I think that was the first time that I really saw my dad cry, was when he had to tell us.
He was so strong, and that most people did not know he was in so much pain.
But they say the man most knew as tough found his greatest strength in his weakness for his girls.
In the video, he talks about, the last thing you want to be in front of your daughters is weak. But I never saw him as weak, even till the very end.
They knew the man behind the fighter.
We got to see his goofy side a lot, and I think that's something that not a lot of people got to see. We just did so many fun things and made so many memories.
And one sticks out above the rest, Nicole's wedding day.
It was a big party because Dad had insisted on it being that way.
His last best day. And it was a good one. It was a lot of fun.
He knew he could only make one daughter's wedding. The cancer had spread throughout his body. 3 months later, he took his last breath.
He opened his eyes really wide and he looked up, and you watched him go.
The memories, while wonderful, don't fill the void he left behind.
I think I'll miss most just his voice and his hugs.
Getting advice from him. He gave really good advice.
But they find comfort in knowing their dad touched so many, and not just here in the U.S.
It just blew my mind that somebody literally in a different country was commenting about my dad.
A message to him that even though he's gone,
I miss you already more than words can describe it. I know it's not going to get any easier, but that we love him.
He's leaving a legacy that will never die. Reporting, Randall Newsom, Wish TV, News 8.
Gone too soon. We wish them well. Colonel Mark Smith will be buried this morning at the Calvary Cemetery with full military honors provided by the U.S. Marine Corps. If you missed the funeral but would like to pay your respects, there's more on how you can do so on our website, wishtv.com.